What is going on, boys and girls? No intro, at least special effect wise. This is SB here. I am testing out the new setup. Let's see if we could center that a little bit more. We'll deal with it. It's going to be a scrappy run, but what's dope about this is I finally got a car mount that actually is dope. It'll probably have some stabilization issues or whatever, but have you guys ever ran into the issue where you get the car mounts, the ones that go inside the air conditioning, on the dash, in the cup holder? It doesn't matter what you guys get. The thing melts off, or the adhesive sucks, or you break your little fan belt on the AC unit. It is just so annoying. But I finally have a car mount that is very stable, and I'm not sure if driving's going to be the way to go because I can already see it's a little bit, bouncy. We'll get rid of that in the future if that's too much of an eyesore. I always watch my videos back. But nonetheless, even if I can just sit still in my car at a drive-through or something and shoot content, that'll be dope. And I've got my, lapel style mic to increase the audio quality and to also noise cancel the car. I want to talk to you guys today about my scent of the days. And if I can film in the car, let me just tell you guys this, I can do more of my weekly update type of content because I'm always driving. And so that would be the ideal place to ventilate to you guys with different concepts that aren't all done up pretty like my videos while still giving you guys, great quality content. Let's move into just some content I wanted to make up for the day, stuff I got going on in my week, and then we'll wrap up pretty quickly. I got this bad boy in yesterday, and this will officially complete my Lalique set. This is Lalique Encre Noir, or actually Encre Indigo, not Encre Noir. And dude, I'm not only happy to complete my men's collection for Lalique. I do have a lot of unisex. I do even have a lot of the women's scents from that line, but I for sure have the entirety of the men's line. And I gotta tell you, this was, after smelling it, this fragrance is freaking good. Let me tell you that much. But this was a classic case of why you never completely invest your time and energy into content creators in terms of guiding or even making recommendations for your fragrance journey. Yes, I try every day to be authentically me, present tasteful bias in recommendations, and to also try and separate, in terms of the way I do content, my objective truth from my subjective truth as it relates to fragrances so that you can be the best you. I always try to say that. I try to be me, and what I'm trying to do on my channel is help you guys to be the best you. I don't want your journey to look exactly like mine and to have the same fragrances as me. I want to just navigate with my journey and testify to how it's been going, and hope that you guys can salvage good information to help you guys figure out who you are, what you like, and to be bold enough and courageous enough to not just get safe stuff that everybody loves, but to get stuff that's actually exciting you in the morning, being a big part of your day, giving you peace, giving you joy, giving you excitement, giving you confidence, all the benefits that a lot of people don't really get out of a quality, deep, thought-provoking fragrance journey. Now, I say all that to say this. With Encre Indigo, bottle looks cool. It's hard to get. Anytime it comes in, it's sold out. People price gouge it. It's at a kind of middle tier price point. There were so many reasons not to get this fragrance, even though I'm a Lalique fanboy at this point. So many people say that it was like top 2, top 3 best in the line. Many people even ranked it as the #1 Lalique men's fragrance. But when I would go to guys like Sebastian and other people in the community to hear them thoroughly review it, these are all noses that I respect, they didn't have a lot of great things to say about it. They said it was interesting, head scratching, complex, amazing for the price point that you pay, but there was always a but at the end of, the description of the fragrance. And it always kind of gave me the impression that this fragrance wasn't all that. And then I went to Fragrantica and it has like a 3.92, which, SB rules, we round that up to a 4. So it is get your nose on it worthy in terms of my own standards. But seeing the 3.92 and then listening to the content creators, I was like, maybe it ain't all that. But I told myself in the back of my mind, I would wait a certain amount of time. And if the price was right, I would easily pull the trigger, because even if the fragrance sucked, I want every Lalique fragrance. I've never had a terrible Lalique fragrance. In fact, even the most notoriously controversial fragrance, Encre Noir OG Black Bottle, the fragrance of death, is still intriguing to me. Even though when I first bought it or first got my nose on it, I didn't understand it. It smelled like soil in a graveyard. I wasn't ready for it in terms of my journey and appreciation for artistic creations. And that wasn't even really in my headspace as far as a legitimate reason to have, let alone wear a fragrance. But I still respected it because I could smell the depth and the complexity, and it had the Lalique brushstroke on the fragrance. To the point where I'm at in today's journey, I recently bought an Encre Noir to put back in the collection because it is art. There are not many scents that smell like it. And in the perfect situation, which to me is a cold, rainy day, I am going to gladly bust that out maybe once or twice a year, the very few times it rains in Arizona. And I will be glad. I'm ready for that fragrance now. Fast forward. Okay, this bad boy right here. Finally found it for a smoking deal. Typically, the lowest you're going to find it, if it's available, is around the $50 to $60 mark out the door. I found it for like 25, 30 bucks as a tester. So glad I did, and had a great time picking that up. So it came in yesterday, and I really wasn't expecting much. So much so that it was kind of just like, oh, thankfully, I can close out my Lalique collection for men's. Glad I found it. Cool. I'm going to just whiff it real quick before I head out and take care of some errands. So I sprayed this among a few other fragrances on a test strip that I got in the mail. Blown away. Absolutely love it. If you're a fan of things like Javoy's Incident Diplomatique, this kind of like very heady, almost grapefruitish, like a warm wine reduction-y grapefruit style. There's no grapefruit in it. It is pure bergamot, but it's a bergamot black tea combination that makes almost like a warm grapefruitish accord, similar to Equus from the line, but it has like a bigger aromatic emphasis than Equus. Equus is almost purely a grapefruit vetiver type of experience, and amber. This is what I would consider to be an aromatic tea fragrance with an emphasis on bergamot and juniper. Dude, it's so good. Again, there's something I've been thinking about. A lot of Laliques are not big performers. You get a strong like 3-4 hours and then a skin scent after that with a lot of their fragrances. But I'm realizing that the reason I don't mind it is because I'm in Arizona. Having a lighter wear that has a lot of punch to it, but not a long-lasting punch, is actually ideal for the heat. And so it just gels well with my region. And I've also started to build a much bigger appreciation for eau de toilettes. And so I think this is eau de parfum concentration, if I'm not mistaken. It is eau de parfum. But it has an eau de toilette with big growly punch feel to it. And I was like, dang, This thing is fire. I love it just as much as Equus. It's like a different personality to Equus with a little bit more aromatic complexity. And then it's a tea fragrance. Most tea fragrances are green tea or oolong tea, or it just says tea note. This is a black tea, and it definitely comes through punchy on this aromatic fragrance. Love it, love it, love it. So glad I didn't let reviews steer me off the path. It is just as elite as a lot of my Lalique recommendations to you guys. And I gotta tell you, if you're a man, get your nose on it. It's 25 and up. I would classify it as a modern top hat type of fragrance, meaning it's a gentlemanly fragrance. It somehow feels fougere without reminding me at all of a barbershop or being out in the desert or the forest or anything like that. It truly kind of has like a frothy black tea, radiant grapefruit feel, even though it's bergamot. It's got the aromatics, but they're just done in such a modern way. It reminds me of a Javoy fragrance, to be honest, in terms of the complexity and depth. Again, it is a lighter wear in terms of longevity, but the projection is booming. And I'll tap back in later on a deeper review of this fragrance. But man, so glad I got this. Easily within the top 3 of my favorites. It's seeming like my top 3 at the moment is probably going to be somewhere around Ombre Noir, Indigo, and then a tie for like Equus or White. But man, I have the top 10 is all bangers from Lalique for me. But yeah, this is just an amazing fragrance. Scent of the day. I've just been rocking it. The opening is awesome. I'm just so blown away that Lalique has this such a niche, complex, super well balanced feel. Everything feels modern, but has that complexity. Again, if you're a young man and you're into fruity, sweet fragrances and stuff, this is not that. But it is tastefully modern. You will feel if you're a young guy, you're going to feel 5 years older than you are. It's a little bit more buttoned up in terms of its presentation. But to me, I would classify this in the men's category as an upscale casual / work / semi-formal, light to medium wear. And it's just so good. Normally we see tea with ginger and exotic aquatics and fruits and citruses, your imagination style, or like a meditative, like a Oolong Cha. This is buttoned up aromatic gentleman's take on tea. And dude, it is just so stinking good. Again, this is Lalique's Encre Indigo. And I hope the quality of the audio on this video was good. And I hope even during the driving, we're going to watch the video footage back. I got a couple of calls. We'll see if that cut out the audio. And also if it needs to be stabilized like this where I'm just parked, I'm totally fine doing that too. But what's nice about this mount is it's not permanently stuck to its location. I can move it anywhere in the car because it's hypersuction and it's magnetized, so I can move it any which way to make sure that the quality is good. But that was my tap in with y'all to test out this new filming style in the car, which I hope works out. We'll watch it back. I'm going to upload that today to get that out to you guys, and I appreciate you guys so much. Again, like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, join the Discord in the description below. Check out the playlist where I've organized this channel really nicely. And until next time, hope you guys have a blessed rest of your week. Peace.